In this video I'm going to show you some great offers on the Steam Autumn Sale. Welcome to Streaming Deluxe, my friends. My name is Mr. Orange, and in this video we're talking about the new Autumn Sale on Steam, which ends on November 27 at 10 AM Pacific time. So I'm not calculating this now into Eastern time, like Eastern Coast time or even European time, so you know where to find those. Isn't it not nice, guys? Come on, this picture is really nice here. I have to say, it feels just so pretty with those nice trees, the desktop PC, the keyboard and the mouse. So my friends, the problem with this sale is that you cannot actually find the best sales or the best deals on the front page, because on the front page Steam changed something. Steam is only showing you the games that you do not earn at the moment. So since they are great sales and I already own those games, I cannot show you those games now. But just for getting a little overview maybe immediately, so Jurassic Park Evolution is 60% down, so it's 22 euros. I don't own this game and therefore I can see it here immediately on the front page. And another interesting game, Nier Automata, 30 euros, but I think it's still a bit expensive for me, because that's definitely a game I want to get for 20 euros. Then we have Graveyard Keeper, that's now 11 euros, very interesting game. And the crew, the crew is what is pretty amazing is that the crew is actually down 60%, the crew 2. So this game came out very recently in June, end of June 2018, and I would say that's a typical Ubisoft. Their games are falling so massively, so quickly. It's, yeah, they're falling so quickly. Actually, there's no point in buying Ubisoft games on release time anymore. Another game, NBA 2K19, which still has mostly negative reviews. It's amazing. Also 50% down, so it's 25 years. So that's not a game I'm going to purchase, and I'm honest, I'm also not going to purchase the Crew 2. Maybe Graveyard Keeper is a game that I'm interested in, and for Nier Automata I'm waiting for a better price. Actually, Jurassic Park World, 60% down, sounds pretty nice for me. And then we have the Fallout franchise and some couple of other games, but as I mentioned, those are the games that I do not earn, so we are not having all the great offers on the front page. Therefore I recommend you to browse here the different categories. So you can go, for example, on top sellers, you can for the games recently updated or on new releases, upcoming games. So I have a popular series on this channel where I talk about upcoming games on PC. Or if you have a VR reality headset, head-mounted display, then of course you can go and click there to only find nice offers on virtual reality. But for this sale we are going on specials, so very important, on specials. So here on specials we can see already those are all the games that actually I also earn. So it's a bit better for you now, for the viewers of my channel, to see which games are might be interesting for you. So not that all the games that I already own, that they are disappearing. Then maybe also important to, if you want to use the search engine of Steam, you can just type something here inside, of course, but you can change different relevance. So you can release date, name, lowest price, highest price and user review, and you can also then narrow down your searches by different tags. So I can also do this very often with VR games. Also you can just look for demos, so for games that you can test for free. So that's actually really cool. And then you can look also for multiplayer, single player, co-op games, etc. Even here you can find games that can be played with the Steam controller, which is also very cool, or you just look for games that have trading cards. So VR only, VR supported, etc. I would say you know the story, my friends, since you're all experts on Steam, I hope. Okay, let's have a little look. Let's check what are those most relevant, the most relevant specials on Steam in this autumn sale. So, for example, we see the Steam Link is now to 95% down, so €2.75. But when we click on it, then we're going to see actually it's not going to be sold anymore. So it's definitely sold out now. So if you want to have one, it might be you might have to look on the reseller market, Craigslist if you're in the US, or on eBay. Then you find your Steam Link. So therefore, I think they should erase this here. So Total Warhammer 2, 50% down, €30. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, 33% down, €40. Absolutely recommended. That's a must buy. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, CSGO. It's for free, guys. 50% down and it's for free. I mean, that's a classic. Monster Hunter, 34% down. Now it's €40 around. It's okay. If you don't have this game yet because you're not a big fan, then I recommend you to maybe wait for a 50% down price. So Jurassic Park World, we already talked about this. This I think is a very interesting price. 60% down is a price where I feel like more tempted to purchase this game. Then Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which got like destroyed with negative reviews, got review bombed. So the favorite hobby of Steam users, also now on Metacritic with Fallout 76. So people are nasty, people are trolling, and they really bombed the game. So yeah, I'm actually laughing about it. So I'm not the biggest fan of this attitude, but I can understand. Sometimes I'm raging, I'm angry. So yeah, it's €30 now. So is it worth it? I would say it's worth it, but honestly, I just played the game yet, I think for like 5-6 hours, because I want to play it in 3D vision, NVIDIA 3D vision, but my PC is a little bit too slow. My Titan X, my old Titan X Maxwell is too slow for this to play it properly in 3D vision. Nier Automata, €30, 50% down. Sid Meier's Civilization 6 Gold Edition. Oh, I think that's... Now I'm a bit confused. Is this game already out? Yeah, it's already... yeah, of course it's out. So it's on my Steam list, so I already played it a bit. So it's 75%, €15. So that's actually a very nice price. So I would say I can recommend this game. I don't have it yet, but that's a price where also I think purchasing it would be actually very interesting. Then Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition, €24. If you don't own a VR headset, then of course Fallout is always a great game. If you own a VR headset, then go for the Fallout 4 VR version. All those Fallout 4 DLCs, buy them the Seasons Pass, so get them cheaper as a key reseller. And then yeah, I got it I think for €15 Seasons Pass, so I got like all of those DLCs there. The Witcher also Game of the Year Edition, €20. If you don't own this game yet, of course go for it. Then Far Cry 5, €30. I also think Far Cry 5, it's a very good game. I was playing it straight through, so it's one of the few games that Mr. Orange actually finished, so completely. So I finished it 100%. Oh my god, that's so rare. So I would say this game is amazing, and I have no idea why the reviews are mixed now, because it was actually a very good game. So €30 is a good price. Grand Theft Auto 5, €20, go for it. Rust, €15, yeah, sure. And let's jump on the relevant games to the next page. So it's mostly the big titles here, so you're not finding now, I'm not going to talk about too many indie games, but later I'm going to also show you those with the lowest price. I think that's maybe interesting, and also those with the highest price. But let's stick here to the most relevant one, and then we see Assassin's Creed Origin. Absolutely recommended, 24 euros. I can buy this game, it's cool. Elder Scrolls, Skyrim VR, absolutely cool. Mod the hell out of it. It's the game you always wanted. So that's going to be the game I'm going to play much more with my VR headset after I finish Fallout 4 VR. Then we see again a lot of Fallout content. You see all these negative thumbs downs. So people were very unhappy with the Contraption Workshop, the Wasteland Workshop. Dragon Quest, 30% down. I mean, it just came out on the 4th of September 2018, so 30% down might be okay, but 42 euros, it's, for me personally, the price is still too high to purchase this game. Middle Earth Shadow of War, it's a game that you're going to get at one point for 5 euros, so if you don't own it now, don't own it yet, so I would recommend you to just wait, because this game is going to be free and very cheap in the future. No Man's Sky, I think I have the impression that this price went up, so yeah, it's a decent good game now. So it was a bit, there's some parts that are annoying, but I would say it's an okay, good, decent game now. Crash Bandicoot, that's sad actually, that Crash Bandicoot is still 26 euros, 35% only down, so that's a game reminds me of my PlayStation childhood, and I would definitely purchase it for like 15 euros, sorry. Rise of the Tomb Raider, 10 euros, definitely recommended, it's a very good game. Age of Empires 2 HD, 10 euros, oh my god, is this still so expensive? Okay, you get it with 2 expansions. Actually, this might be even interesting for me to purchase. So the expansions are €2.50 and €3.30. I think I'm going to buy those expansions, and I get them for €4.62. Okay. So I'm definitely going to buy them, because Age of Empires is a game that sometimes I just get in the mood and then I play only Age of Empires 2. So it's one of those great games. Tom Clancy Rainbow Six, 10 euros 50. So this might be some basic edition, I would say. Borderlands The Handsome Collection. Oh my god, look at this, over 103,000 reviews, my friends. That's so much. Yeah. I mean, if you don't own this game, get it. So Age of Empires 2, if you don't own it, get it. Yeah, Tomb Raider we talked about, Civilization, Counter-Strike Complete. And let's jump maybe to a third page, Dishonored 13, Dishonored 2, recommended for this. Dishonored is 13 euros and 20 cents. Absolutely recommend, I would say that's a good price, 67% down. Yeah, you can't do anything wrong. So I have it in my library. I still didn't finish it. This was a time a lot of other AAA games came out, and I did not have a lot of time since I had to work a lot. So, but one day I'm going to finish it. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I think, yeah, if you have a VR headset, check out if you can actually buy the VR version. Then you get the normal version. Also, I don't know if it goes the other way around as well. Ark, nothing to talk about. Dark Souls, 15 euros, 75% down. I mean, it's a classic, you know it. Then the Steam controller, still a bit expensive, to be honest. I mean, I play with an Xbox Elite controller. It's an amazing controller, I really love it. So it's my favorite controller that exists. Maybe the V Pro controller is actually also really cool. I have to admit this too. So yeah, well, that's a bit expensive. So Antler Space, yeah, it's not, I don't know this game. So the Forest has now VR support, 10-11 years. It's okay, but it's not especially cheap, I would say. This game should 5 years. I would say for 5 years you would be at a good point to buy it. So Tabletop Simulator, don't have it. Final Fantasy, Zodiac Age, yeah, it's a game for fans, so I didn't purchase it. Age of Empire 3, that's also a must-have. I would say it's a classic. And yeah, the season pass for Fallout 4 is 17 euros here. So if you have Fallout 4 VR and you want to play Lost Harbor and the other DLCs, so please check out the seasons pass, and then I can show you, or you find some guides on the internet where how you have to copy those fights into your Fallout 4 VR folder, and then you can play them. Kingdom Come Deliverance, 30 euros. It's a very good game. Bit difficult, very realistic, or very realistic in this sense. So they should actually make a VR version for this game. This would be much nicer. And then NBA 2K, yeah, also made a video about the hate train, about all the hate this game got. Dishonored Death of the Outsider, so that's a standalone DLC, I would call it like this. It's together with Dishonored 2, otherwise would be a bit expensive. That sells 20 euros. I think I bought the early access and I think I paid less for it, so yeah, wait for 10 euros. So Sniper Elite 4, I think I got this game like for 5 euros, so it's also a bit expensive, but it's not a bad game. Dishonored Outsider is also a game I am going to purchase between 5 and 10 years, so maybe 7 years is a good price for me. 25 euros actually. Final Fantasy, I don't think it's a good price. Warhammer Vermintide 2, 14 euros, that's okay. And then what else do we have? Fallout, 30 euros, Fallout 4 VR. It's definitely recommend if you don't own this yet, but you have a head-mounted display, so a virtual reality headset. Talking so much about Fallout 4 today, so but it comes all the time, so in this list, so yeah, then definitely purchase it. Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus. Haven't finished it either, so I'm somewhere at the end, and then it decided to crash, and I was not really motivated to restart the game again. But I would say 26 years, 27 years is a good price. Enter the Gungeon, yeah, that's a fun game. 5 years I would recommend. Vampire, I don't have it yet, so it's from the makers of, let's check, yeah, Don't Not Entertainment, so the makers of Life is Strange. Now we jump back. Here we are. So 30 years. Yeah, I'm waiting for a better price. Life is Strange, first episode, 50% down, 4 euros. Yeah, I made some. Well, you can decide if you like to watch some walkthroughs, some gameplay movies, let's plays on YouTube, or you just buy it and play it yourself. But actually, just watching the walkthrough let's plays would not make that big difference, to be honest, and to playing the game. So, but of course, support the developers, because I think they make great games, and the Life is Strange series is absolutely a great series that I like a lot. Yakuza 0. Yeah, I have it on my wish list, but I'm not so much fancied by it. So the Evil Within, I think this is going to be much cheaper at one next year. 20 years is still a bit expensive. For Far Cry 4, yeah, that's a must-have. Okay, 25 years now for Neo. I have Neo on my PlayStation, so I bought it there for full price of 60 euros. I was even downloading it. Never finished it. Yeah, I know I'm talking a lot about never have finished games, but if you have so many games, then it's sometimes a bit difficult. But Neo, if you don't have it on the PlayStation, I can recommend this game. I can definitely recommend this, the complete edition, for 25 years. I think that's a good price. And what else do we have? The Wolfenstein Seasons Pass. Yeah, that's got completely slaughtered, so beaten up. 15 years, nah, 10 years maybe. maybe they get me for 10 years. So. Then Elax, not 20 years. That's a game I would maybe think about purchasing 10 years, but on the other hand, I don't have time for another RPG. It's just I don't have time to play it. So would I really play it? I don't think so. And then Far Cry Primal, yeah, 10 years would be a good price. Dying Light, The Following, it's a DLC for Dying Light, that's also nice. The Doom, oh, it's still so expensive, so they should make cheaper. Especially also to get some more people for the multiplayer, because the online multiplayer of Doom was dying out, and well, now it has been replaced by, let's say, by Quake Championship. But you also have seen that Quake Championship had a lot of problems to get players the first months. Now I think it's free to play, and I think it's a bit easier now. Yeah, let's jump now to the lowest price. I mean, that's interesting. So where the really nasty indie super bargains, and in between, of course, there are so many other games. So, but I think it's going to be interesting to just show. Let's check some of those games. So the cheapest games start at 39 cents. And for example, those games often have also Steam trading cards, so it might be relevant or might be a good business also to buy those games. And then you get the Steam trading cards, and then you can sell them at least for like 5-6 cents altogether, since you also have to pay some fees to Steam, and that's, yeah, that's not so nice that Steam asked so much. So here I don't see actually anything that is so much interesting. The green elephant looks funny. Cool Dragon, Needful Sentinel. Alright, so okay, what's that? Oh, this looks actually nice. So 39 cents. Strategy, casual, puzzle game. And what is Timberman versus? I thought actually I have a Timberman game.
Timberman versus. Take your axe as every lumberjack does and chop it.
Yeah, that's fine. So weird. I put it on my wish list because I don't see it now that I have it. So 39 cents that's kind of a nice price. Diabolic, so that's not Diablo. Mind Trap, that looks interesting. 39 cents as an indie game. Fairy Rescue, oh, this looks cute also. 39 cents, so it's some jump run game. The Last Baron Stunt. This looks also fun. So actually I see some games that I like here. So did you hear the sound? So I think in this video the developer or the person that made this trailer was actually making his own making his own picture from his own game. Okay, this looks cute. Yeah, that's some 39 cents. That's a good price, I would say. And what else do we have? Fairy Rescue, talked about this. Cyber Hunt I already own. Have to admit I never played this. Must have bought it in the bundle. And what else do we have, my friends? Super GTR Racing. Okay, this looks fun. So also 39 cents. Go-kart Racing. You're Fired. So it's a game like yeah, with Trump, with President Trump as the main character. That's always funny. My God, this guy, no other president ever got so many games like President Trump, don't you think so? YouTube doesn't like when people talk about the President of the United States, so I'm not going to talk more about this, my friends. So yeah, I would say actually there are some really nice games for 39 cents. So might not even be typical bundle games, but the good thing is here you can choose them all yourself. So you're not just getting the indie gala bundle done with the games. They choose for you, like you only want one game and then you pay 3-4 years and then you get 9 games that you actually don't like. So I think that's actually very interesting. Oh, this looks funny. It's a nice shooter. I like this kind of retro shooters. So you play them like for 1 hour or 1.5 hours at least. You get some Steam trading cards, 39 cents. So yeah, these are cool games. So can't say anything against them. Bitcoin. Yeah, I should. If we would have January 2018, I should just write a Bitcoin game in the description of the video, and I would get like 20,000 views. So, but those times are over, my friends. All right. So, and this looks also fun. And the lobby. All right, my friends. I think we saw a lot of interesting games. And yeah, we saw the most relevant games, so those are the games most people are purchasing. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed just to have some entertainment, someone talking with you about some interesting bargains on Steam, giving you some recommendations, since I always receive a lot of questions. So Mr. Orange, what are you recommending? Which games are good? And yeah, that's what I want. I want to help you. I want to give to the community some recommendations from a dude that plays already like, yeah, I would say like over 25 years video and computer games. And I would say since then I was developing quite some expertise in it. But of course you should always buy and play what you like, what makes you happy. So don't listen too much to other people. Buy the games that you like, that really make you happy and where you think you have a good gut feeling. So don't look too much in the Steam reviews when you see like those review bombing or Metacritic when Fallout 76 get like destroyed, but actually it's still a good game and people have fun with it. So yeah, just try to find out what's your play style and what you like. So, and therefore I'm leaving it here, my friends. Have a wonderful evening, have a wonderful day, and I hope yeah, just post a comment or give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, or follow even my channel. I love to have the engagement with the community, and for now I can absolutely promise you I'm responding to every comment you write on my video. So therefore that's where we're here. So we want to have a great gaming YouTube community. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. See you.